Okay, so I have way too many books that I'm currently reading that I have yet to finish. This is not like an intro of, I'm gonna try to finish all of these right away, but here's just a list of all the books I'm in the middle of. It's kind of slightly incomplete because there's like 2 or 3 that are either from the library or like online, and I don't remember them off the top of my head that I haven't finished. First of all, The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. I'm reading this for another video right now, and I only have like 16 or so pages left. It's just a slower read, so I'll finish this probably today or tomorrow. Up next. Oh, wait. What is this about, you ask? Well, it's about an old man who's at sea, and he's fishing. Next up, we have Prince Caspian from the Chronicles of Narnia. I started this a little while ago, and I'm on page 4. This is about Narnia. Group of family members get sucked away to magical place. If you don't know what Narnia is, I'm sorry, okay? It's very popular. You should know it. Next. Howl's Moving Castle. Where am I at on this? I'm only on page 14. But I've seen the movie, and yes, I know the book is nothing like the movie, but from what I've heard, they're both equally, like, magical. So, I'm going to read it and enjoy it. I also might do a book video on this. We'll see. Up next, we have Sweet Bean Paste. This is a Japanese literary fiction about... What is it about? That's a great question. Do I remember? I'm 8 pages in. It's this guy who owns a food cart or like a shop, and then this old lady who wants to work with him, and he doesn't want that, and then friendship, I'm assuming, / life stuff that happens. I'm so good at telling you what this is about. Up next, we have The Case for Faith. I've been reading this for a while now. I'm on page 190, so halfway through. I want the arguments to be more fleshed out, and they're not, but it's a good overview. Okay, up next. Up next, we have Babel by R.F. Kuang. This I am 180 pages into. Listen. Is the writing good? Yes. Is the world building good? Yes. But here's my problem. I feel like I'm watching the story happening like from a security camera, and I'm not in it with the characters, and I don't feel what the characters feel. And so there's like a disconnect that makes it kind of hard to read, despite the fact that I love the concept, I love the atmosphere, and I love the magic system is really cool. But it's taking so much effort to get through. But we start a story time. Like 6 months ago or more, we were like, by we I mean me and my 2 roommates were like, let's buddy read it together. And then we were like, yeah, we'll finish it in a month. And then that month came by, and we're like, maybe next month. And then that month happened, and then we were like, maybe by February. And then February happened, and we were like, well, it's too late now. If you somehow don't know what Babel is about, tough luck. I can't explain it. No. It's this guy who ends up going to Oxford to learn the magic system, which revolves around languages and translations. And it's a dark academia book, and that's the best you're getting, so good luck. Up next, we've got Percy Jackson, Book 5, which is The Last Olympian. I am on page 10, so I'm very far into this, yes. I've read the first 4, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be reading Book 5. I also read The Heroes of Olympus, but that was before I read, any of the others, and I didn't realize it was connected. I don't know what you wouldn't know. Percy Jackson. Greek gods, high schoolers fighting monsters, end of the world. Maybe. Horses, Pegasus, Cyclops, friendship. Yeah. Up next we have Don't Waste Your Life by John Piper. I don't know where I'm in this because I kind of listened to half of it on audio, but I don't know where that translates to in the physical book. Very good so far. It's just a book for aimed towards Christian young adults on living life for the glory of God. Up next, we have The Hunter in the Room, which is a indie book. It is the second in a series by Ariana Tosado. Technically, she's doing a reboot right now, so I think she's gonna, if she hasn't already, republish these. So technically, I'm reading the outdated version, but oh well, I'll just reread the new version when it comes out. It's like witches meet academia. And that's all I got. I'm really toggling back and forth between a light book, a heavy book, a light book, a heavy book. That was a light book. Now we have The Librarian of Auschwitz, which is based on a true, is it based on or inspired by? Based on a true story of a girl named Dita who, I hope that it's not like Dida or something like that. I'm gonna say Dita. That feels more right. Who was in the concentration camp and protected, they had like smuggled in like 7 books, I think, and she's making sure that the Nazis don't find out. It's very good so far. I am 90 pages in. Slow read, but good. Up next, we have, I knocked over my pile of books, The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I've actually read this before once, I think, vaguely, because I saw all 3 of the movies, and I saw the last movie, and I was like, there's no way that happens in the books, so then I read it, and that happened in the book. But I'm rereading it again because I want to read Lord of the Rings, but I also just kind of want to read The Hobbit first, just because it's more approachable. The Hobbit is about a hobbit who goes on an adventure and helps dwarves. And hobbits are little people with big feet. Wow, I did it again. The Knowledge of the Holy by Tozer. This is a theology book about God being holy, as far as I know. But I'm only 2 pages in. So, that might not count for much. Next up, we have Sherlock Holmes, which this has 2 of the books in it. The first 2, it has Study in Scarlet and The Sign of the Four. I haven't read Sherlock Holmes yet. I want to, so I'm currently started. I think I'm only a few pages in. I'll probably just restart when I actually go and pick it up to like read it, but oh well. I loved, growing up we used to watch the RDJ movies. Love those. I've seen like 1 episode of the Benedict Cumberbatch show. Love that. So, me want more Sherlock. Me want actually read source material. Woo, yippee! Okay. Next, we have my alarm's going off on the top of my loft bed. Hang on, say hi to the camera. It's Juniper! Grace came to the rescue and turned off the alarm for me because I didn't want to get up on my bed. It's a loft bed is hard, okay? I don't want to put in that effort. Up next, we have The Night Circus. If you can't tell, I'm kind of just reading everything that was popular on Book Talk, on BookTube in 2010. So, Night Circus shows up at the night, and there's magic, and I think a romance. I'm not sure. I'm like 14 or 20 or so pages in. It's really good so far, actually. I quite enjoy it. Very atmospheric. Good soup. Nice character thus far. Yeah! Woo! Okay, up next we have Britt Marie Was Here by Frederick Bachman. This is literary fiction about Britt Marie, who is a character in the first book that I read by him, which is My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. She is like, from what I recall, she's kind of like OCD / just pretending to be really, really put together because she has issues. His writing's incredible. That's, yeah, 100% recommend books by him. I've only read like 2. I've read, My Grandmother, and then I've read And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer, which is really, really good. I need to buy that book so that I own it. Up next we have Before Amen by Max Lucado. I'm on page 20. It's fine so far. It's not really groundbreaking. It's not really that deep. We'll see how, when I finish, how it goes. I started reading it with Grace. We were going to just like kind of buddy read it together and talk about it. Then we stopped and haven't picked it up. The Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch. Speaking of, again, the whole books that were really popular in like 2010. I'm like 34 pages in. Think atmospheric adult Six of Crows. So, adult thief wants to be a menace to society. We're down to the last few. Next, we have The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. I am on page 18. I read Mistborn. I was like, ooh, snazzy. And now I'm going to read the rest. If you don't know what it's about, I can't help you because I'm bad at describing this. Fantasy girl orphan discovers magic, has to save world. Yeah. I will say it was funny because there's a booktuber who I watch who read Mistborn several times and they didn't like it, and one of the things they mentioned was like not good main character, which was really funny for me considering I've never related so hard to a main character before, so that was funny. But I disagree. I think the characters are really good, or at least good. Maybe not like the best, but like really good. Up next is 3 books that I'm adding to this list because I've either slightly started or like will read them in one sitting or am about to read them like tomorrow. So I'm going to include them anyway because basically they're in the list. One is Perfect World Volume 4 by, I'm not trying to pronounce that because it's 3 vowels in a row and that's hard. This is a romance manga series that's kind of pissing me off, so I haven't picked up the 4th volume in a hot second. It's doing the thing where there's like 2 characters, and these 2 characters are supposed to be together, but now they're introducing 2 other characters, and they're like, oh no, what if these 2 characters go with the other 2 characters instead of being with each other? And I'm like, stop it, that's just annoying. We've got The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. I'm gonna start this. I don't know what it's about. I read the back a long time ago. I don't remember. I'm assuming it's about a time machine. So maybe time travel? I don't know. I'm gonna read it though, so yippee! Up next and last but not least is A Vow So Bold and Deadly. A while ago, when I was actually reading the books from the 2010 booktube era, I read A Curse So Dark and Lonely, and I loved it. And then I read the second book, and then I was like, I'm scared, because if you've read the second book, and you actually liked it, like half of us, and then the other half of people are like, no. But if you actually liked it, like I did, I'm scared because they kind of half ruin a character in that book. From the first book, you have the first book, then you have the second book, and in the second book, they kind of like make one character out to be kind of a villain. And so I'm scared because I don't want them to ruin the first 2 books by making the third book bad. But I'm really excited because I'm finally gonna read it. I've reread the first 2, gonna read the third one, gonna either be upset or be happy. Hopefully I'm happy. And oh yes, the first book is A Curse of Dark and Lonely. It is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but I low-key like it more than Beauty and the Beast. So there's that. And that is every single book that, well, not every single, that is like the majority of books that are on my currently reading list. It is a handful, I know, because I have problems. And we're gonna read them. I don't know when, I don't know how. Well, I know how with my eyeballs. But we're gonna read them. And then I'm gonna have read them. Crazy concept. I know. Oh boy. I don't know if I can get these all in a stack. Okay, I got several of them. Oh, I'm bending one of the pages. Sorry. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Hang on, guys. Hang on. I can do it. I can do it. Maybe I can't do it. I dropped them. Hang on, we're trying again. Don't fall. Just have to add 2 of you on here. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, no! Okay, well, you know what? Here's all the books. Ah!